Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm super excited for this video because I'm going to be talking about all the new indie makeup releases from the past week or so and my personal opinion on them. And I'm also going to be including a few mainstream releases at the end, just talking about whether I want to purchase them or not. And there was two things this week that really caught my attention that might be on their way to me. They might. I hope they are. So I'm excited to share those with y'all. And in case you're curious really quickly, I always do this. I just have to mention, or else I'll get 1,000 questions, even though sometimes I mention this and I still get 1,000 questions. But if you're curious what's on my eyes, I am wearing the Aurora palette from Alter Ego, and I'll have a video up maybe this week, maybe next week, sometime soon. I filmed a first impression video on it, but it's just like a really pretty kind of sunrisey type color scheme. And then my highlighter is Lunar Beauty Mercury, and my lipstick is, hold your horses, it's Milani Bahama Beige, Dose of Colors No Shade, and then Ofra Apricot Dream lip gloss on top. So it was a whole thing. Also, I just feel like I should mention this really quickly in case you can't tell. I have a new camera. I'm so excited about it. I love the quality so much. The autofocus is the love of my life, honestly. It's really good though, like it makes me giggle. So before we move on, I am gonna get sappy for just a smidgen little moment, because holding my new camera, I felt super emotional because I've wanted and dreamed about upgrading, and it's expensive, and it was definitely an investment into my channel. So I just felt super emotional because I knew there was so much work that went into it, but part of that is not only me making content, but it's also y'all watching it. So I just want to say thank you so much for supporting this and my dream. It makes me so happy, and I'm just like so recharged to film so much because it's so much easier now. Because I mean, I would edit it out before, but I would constantly stop and look at the monitor and pause and wait for it to focus on me, and then I would be editing and I would be in focus, out of focus, in focus, out of focus, and it would just drive me crazy. So I feel super grateful to have been able to upgrade. I just had to throw that in there. I'm definitely drinking hot spike cider right now. It is so good. If you are of legal drinking age, apple cider heated up plus caramel vodka is like a hot candy apple. I've never liked vodka, but this drink is my favorite. It's like a winter just perfection, even though mine's pretty much cold at this point. But you know, last but not least, before we jump into the new releases, I have to do my weekly mumble jumble. This video series is inspired by Neil Kennedy's and Samantha March. I'll leave both their channels linked down below, as well as the community playlist and all on the Instagram accounts that I use to make this video happen every single week. How fast can I say it? Alright, so the first release we're going to be talking about today is from Sydney Grace Cosmetics, and they are going to be releasing a new palette. It's coming in January. I'm super excited about it just because it's been almost a year since their last palette released. I think that Autumn's Raine launched on Black Friday. So yeah, it has been a year, so I'm excited to see what they do. Based on the packaging, I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be a little bit more of a cool tone palette. I don't really see them going for a full neutral color scheme. I think that all of the bundles they've done, the color selection they have done in the past has always been, you know, kind of wearable, but with like a little twist to it. So I don't see them just going full neutral, but it does look like it'll probably be more on the cool tone side, and it's called Enduring Love. They also showed us a picture of what the inside looks like without any shadows or anything. They do have an entire backstory on some of the names, which is on their Instagram account if you want to go ahead and read that for yourself. And then other names are based on really famous stories like Ruth and Boaz or Darcy and Elizabeth. I kind of slightly judge Romeo and Juliet being in here because honestly, like legit the worst love story ever. So stupid. So stupid. Don't get me started. I will fight someone. I have a few suggestions I probably would have done myself, starting with Teresa and Arturo. I can't help myself. But overall, I'm definitely excited to see what the inside will look like. So next is a new palette from Alijah Storm Cosmetics, and this is their Timeless palette. And this is cute. So they've got kind of a warm, neutrally color scheme with some pops of color. I honestly didn't even focus that much on the actual colors because, for one, there's pressed glitters, which automatically means I'm not going to be buying it. I don't like pressed glitters. They also have a tribute to some famous people, and they've got Hepburn, Lucille, Garland, Jackie, Marilyn, Kennedy, Dolly, people you would probably know, Cash, which is cool. Presley, Dean. I mean, I'm not going to read every single name, but it's a cool idea. I definitely like this idea more than their original palette, which they named a bunch of shades after influencers, a lot of which are super problematic. But overall, it's not really my color scheme and the pressed glitters, so I'm not going to purchase it or anything, but I just wanted to show it to y'all. So next is a slightly funny story. This is the new shade Savvy from the Mean Green collection from Kristen Leigh Cosmetics, and I totally missed this release. Like, I don't know what was up with me. I've just been super busy and trying to keep up with all the indie releases and like search them out. I feel like that's kind of time consuming. I just don't have time to constantly be on Instagram, but I'm trying to do my best because I love running Indie Makeup Spotlight. So I saw this and I posted it and I was like, oh, like this is a new shadow sneak peek. And Kristen Leigh Cosmetics commented and said like, yeah, this is already available. It launched on Cyber Monday. So I went and creeped on their Instagram and I saw this picture, and I'm sure that other people have mentioned this and I've just missed it because like I said, I've been a mess. But this is an entire green collection and these look so beautiful. I mean, for one, that shade Savvy with the duochrome like had me, but Enlightenment, Mojito, Camo, Shamrock, Indulge, Triumph, like these are all so beautiful. I bought it. I bought it. I've been wanting to try more from Kristen Leigh Cosmetics. I only own like 3 mini highlighters and 1 eyeshadow, so I'm excited to get to give them a little bit more of a chance. I also bought one of their glitter gels, which I have been back and forth on for so long on whether I will like it or not, so I'm super excited to test that out. So I think I'll probably end up doing like a single shadow Saturday on the full green Mean collection, or no, Mean Green collection. It was a little bit of an impulse buy, but like I said, they're a brand I've been wanting to dig into more. So next is from Blush Tribe, and this is their new Cool Titanium Dust Pigments. They're available now. I do have a code with Blush Tribe. It's not affiliate or anything, but if you use the code AmyLoves, you can save money off. And these look pretty. I mean, they look like pretty pigments, but I'm just not super drawn to pigments. In fact, I just thought about it now and I have like an entire like little box full of pigments that I just don't reach for enough. I have one pigment that I use consistently, which is Mermaids from Peaches and Cream. And that's only because it's an inner corner color. So even though I think that these are pretty, I just know it's something I wouldn't use a lot, so therefore not something I'm going to buy. The shade I like the most is probably Lilac though. That looks really, really shiny. Alright, so next is the new palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. Wait, I have to double check what the name of this palette is. I think it might have been like Snowstorm or something. Okay, so this is the Blizzard palette, and it's actually available now is what it says on their post, but I'm sure that it's probably sold out at this point. But this is a really pretty blue color scheme palette. It's a quad, and unfortunately it does look like the deepest shade is a pressed glitter, so for me, it's out. I don't need it. I think that if you did like pressed glitters and you didn't own any blue shadows and you just wanted something to add a little pop, a little something extra in your life, this is cute. There's a light matte blue, a deeper matte blue, and then a metallic, and then the glitter. So there's a little bit of variety between it just being a quad, and I think it looks interesting, but not something that I'm personally drawn to purchase. Alright, so I guess I could mention this. I did screenshot it, and I think it's technically indie. This is the new Lights Lacquer winter collection. I love Lights Lacquer. I love Kathleen's nail polishes. I'm wearing, what am I wearing? I'm wearing Girl Power right now. This nail is a mess. I don't know if you guys remember, if you've been with me for a while, like 6 months ago, me complaining constantly that this one finger was hurting because I messed it up. And the entire actual nail is broken, so when I do my nail polish, it like slowly just caves in and it's kind of a mess. But overall, I think that this color is so beautiful. I'm slightly obsessed, and I just bought a few shades from Lights Lacquer, so I really don't feel the need to buy any more nail polish, and I'm not super into deep colors. The only ones I'm really drawn to here would be Citrine, which I have so many golds already, and then Amethyst is really beautiful. But the other colors are just kind of like, nah, not really my cup of tea personally, which is a good thing because then I'm not tempted to buy them. Alright, so next is from Makeup Shack, and this is their new aesthetic eyeshadow palette. It's available now for $16.99, and it did catch my attention because it kind of reminds me of the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it is only $16. I've really been curious about Makeup Shack. I've heard good things about some of their palettes. They're super affordable, but I haven't personally tried any of them yet. But I don't think that this is the purchase for me. I definitely don't like super dig this color scheme. I like a few colors in it, so I'm gonna keep waiting, but I thought I would mention it because it's super affordable, and like I said, I've heard good things. So next we have a new release from Colored Raine, and this is their holiday sponges. I think that they're supposed to be candy cane themed. There's a red and a green, and they come in a bundle, and I think you can get both for $12. It's definitely a really cute little gift, I think it would be, and I like it. I think $6 for a sponge is not bad. I've never tried the Colored Raine sponges, but I really think it's so adorable that they've been consistently doing different holiday themed sponges. I think that's such a cute idea. I love the different designs, but I'm really stuck on my Shop Miss A $1.55 sponge, so I don't plan on purchasing anyone else's sponges, but I do think it's adorable. And like I said, if someone was wanting sponges and like you just wanted to get like a tiny little cute gift, I think it's cute. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into a few mainstream releases. First, I just kind of wanted to open a discussion up. I don't want any bashing at all. But there is a new brush from Goss makeup artist available now on Beautylish. It's the new holiday brush. It looks to be like some type of highlighting fan brush. It retails for $62. And I'm honestly so confused because recently I've been doing some research into Goss makeup artist. I have never been like super huge into his channel. No shame or anything. Like, everyone has different preferences. It's just that I felt like there was like a lot of negativity breeding there, and that's just not what I go to. Like, I feel like if I go to a comment section and my stomach drops every time just by how people talk about other people, I just don't like that. It's not what I like, which is why I'm specifically saying right now, like, no bashing please. But I think it's kind of crazy that he sells like these extremely expensive makeup brushes, and if you try and find any of his work, there's nothing. Apparently he has like a secret portfolio, and I don't know why, but it's just so strange to me. I've been trying to do some digging because I've always been like, I've never seen any of his work. Like, that's so strange. Like, why do I trust his product reviews? I've never seen him use anything. And now I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm so confused. So I'd love to hear what y'all's thoughts are on that, if anyone has thought about it at all. Maybe I'm just overthinking. But I'm pretty sure that his main line of brushes are not synthetic, and I've been trying to do my best to not buy brushes that are not synthetic. So it's a pass for me, and also it's $62, so it's a pass for me. Either way, even if it was a synthetic brush that washed itself, it would be a pass for me. But anyways, moving on, there is a new collection from Colourpop, and this really made me laugh because I got a notification from Alyssa Ashley, and it was like testing the Becky G collection with Colourpop, and I kind of just like side-eyed it. I was like, that's super old. Like, that's such old news. It's not often you see YouTubers doing a video, like big YouTubers doing a video on something that happened months and months and months and months and months ago. And then I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this and I was like, oh, well, now that makes sense. It's a new collection. So I'm not sure what this is called exactly. There's an Hola Chola palette, which is all matte, and I actually think that looks nice. It kind of has a mixture of just like soft neutral, like super neutral nudes. There's some warm tones. There's a little bit of cool tone. I could see why someone would like that. There is a rollerball lip gloss, which I'm not about at all. I know some people like the rollerballs and the squeezy tubes because it's nostalgic, but I'm like, just give me a tube and call it a day. I don't want to feel nostalgic. I want a good gloss applicator, so that's not for me. Also, I think it's cherry, which is also not for me. There's some bronzers and some other lip products. Overall, just nothing that I really am drawn to purchase. I should have known. It's been a little bit since I saw something new from Colourpop. All right, so next is probably one of the releases I'm most excited about this week, and it is from Morphe brushes. So these are two new palettes for Morphe. They're the 18 shade palettes, which I really appreciate because they're not quite as gigantic. I think that the packaging looks really sleek. So the top palette is pretty, and it gives me very much Norvina vibes. Like, that's Norvina in a bigger palette, and I think it looks pretty. I like it, but I'm not super drawn to it just because there's a lot of neutrals mixed in with like those few pretty pops of purple. But But the palette on the bottom, I don't even remember what it was called. It might have been called something like Money, something about money. I don't know. I don't care about the name, but I just saw the color scheme and I was like, that is so beautiful. It actually reminds me a lot of when I did like a single shadow palette, and it was like supposed to be my perfect grunge palette, and it had like these really grungy olivey green tones and then like the pop of bright yellow, and it's just very much the same vibes, and this is super affordable. I think it was like $18. I found a code for $5 off, and that was basically the same price as shipping plus taxes. I think I ended up paying $20 for it, and I'm super excited. It's actually supposed to arrive tomorrow, so maybe I can get a video up on that this week, because it's definitely just my color scheme. And overall, honestly, I've had pretty good luck with Morphe's palettes. Didn't really love the 35O, but I really liked the She Who Shall Not Be Named original palette. And then I really liked the James Charles palette. I thought it was really good. The shimmers were not as metallic or as special as I would like, but I had so much fun with the mattes and the colors in general. And I liked the 39S palette as well. So this is even better because it's sleek and it's just smaller and it's a pretty accessible green palette. So I'm excited about it. And when it launched, I was like, oh yeah, that's really beautiful. And then I was looking at it more and I'm like, oh wait, I can buy that. My low buy is over. Like, I can buy it without thinking. I mean, I did think, don't worry. I thought I haven't gone crazy or anything, and I was pretty minimal for Black Friday and everything, so I felt okay with spending $20 on it, but I'm excited about it. I can't wait till it arrives. All right, I think that is everything for this video. My eyes slightly drive me crazy because I used one of the melt liners in my waterline, and the trick is you have to use less if you don't want it to get in your contact, and I use too much. I keep doing it over and over. I like keep forgetting I need to use less and just go in with a light amount. So I definitely have like super orange liner in my contacts, and it's driving me crazy. But that is everything for today's Indie Makeup Releases. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the quality. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.